Every second, more than 11 people open Instagram. That's hundreds of millions of taps a day, billions every week. On the surface, it looks harmless, people sharing photos of vacations, pets, and meals. But what if I told you these platforms weren't designed to connect us at all? What if every like, every scroll, every late-night notification was carefully engineered to pull you deeper? Your endless scrolling is not random. It is not a habit you created on your own. It's a trap. One built by some of the most powerful companies on Earth, designed to capture your time, your attention, and even your mind. It's 7 a.m. The alarm goes off, but before even getting out of bed, Taylor reaches for her phone. She tells herself it'll just be 5 minutes on TikTok, just a quick scroll before brushing her teeth. But 5 minutes turn into an hour, then 2. By the time she finally gets up, the morning is already gone. She admitted she loses 3 to 4 hours like this almost every day, scrolling through feeds she can't even remember afterwards. Ordinary people whose mornings, routines, and ambitions are quietly consumed before their day has even begun. In the early days, social media arrived with a promise: connection. Facebook told us it would bring friends closer. Twitter claimed it would give everyone a voice. The pitch was simple, almost noble. But behind that pitch, engineers in Silicon Valley were working on something very different. They weren't building tools for community, they were building machines for attention. Infinite scroll was not an accident. It was a feature designed to remove the stopping point, to keep you trapped in the loop just a little longer. Notifications weren't just alerts, they were experiments in psychology. Every red bubble, every ping, every vibration was calculated to feel urgent, to spike the brain's reward system. Scientists call it a dopamine loop. Your brain releases a burst of pleasure at the possibility of a reward, not the reward itself. That's why each notification feels less like information and more like a slot machine pull. Sometimes you win. Someone liked your post. Sometimes you don't. The uncertainty is what hooks you, rewiring the brain to crave the next hit. The companies sold connection, but what they were really perfecting was addiction, an economy built on capturing your focus and never letting go. At first, it feels harmless. A new app, a new account. You post a photo, someone likes it, and it feels good. The number ticks upward, a heart flashes red, and suddenly, you want more. That small rush is not random. It's the system working exactly as intended. Likes, followers, endless feeds. These are the bait. What seems like connection is really conditioning, teaching you to crave the next notification before you even realize it. Soon, the app is not something you check. It's something you need. Students wake up intending to study, but an hour on TikTok turns into 3. Workers sneak glances during meetings, missing deadlines they'll have to explain later. Families sit at the same dinner table, each person staring into a different glowing screen. Sleep cycles collapse, attention spans shrink, and the fear of missing out. What started as a distraction now decides how you spend your time, who you compare yourself to, and how you feel about your own life. You aren't just the user, you are the product. Every scroll, every pause, every click is tracked and sold. Ads don't just appear, they're engineered, targeting the exact insecurities these apps created in the first place. It's called surveillance capitalism, an economy where your attention is mined, packaged, and auctioned to the highest bidder. The longer you're hooked, the richer the companies become. What looked like free entertainment was never free at all. It was a business built on addiction. The fallout doesn't come with a loud crash. It comes quietly, silently, one notification at a time. What starts as entertainment begins to erode something deeper. Anxiety rates climb, depression spreads, loneliness grows, even in a world where we are supposedly more connected than ever. Psychologists have tracked a sharp rise in mental health struggles among teenagers in the age of Instagram and TikTok. The patterns are impossible to ignore. Cyberbullying, once confined to schoolyards, now follows kids into their bedrooms, glowing through the same screens they use to escape. For some, the pressure to perform, to look perfect, to sound witty, to always be present, becomes unbearable. In 2021, a leak from inside Instagram revealed what many already suspected. Their own research showed the app worsens body image issues for 1 in 3 teenage girls. That wasn't a rumor. It was their data, and still, nothing changed. Behind the numbers are human stories. Families left shattered after a child takes their life, unable to escape the relentless cycle of comparison and abuse. Young people who should be building futures instead find themselves drowning in digital validation that never feels like enough. Adults aren't spared either. Workers burning out, parents disconnected from children, relationships collapsing under the weight of invisible algorithms. In the end, the story is not just about apps on your phone. It's about control. Today, billions of us are facing a similar machine, but it doesn't sit in the Pentagon or at NASA. It lives in our pockets, glowing in our hands, whispering for just one more scroll. Social media was never free. The cost is not measured in dollars, but in minutes stolen from your day, in sleepless nights. Every tap, every refresh, every like is part of a transaction you never agreed to but pay for constantly. Most of us don't even notice it happening. We give away control piece by piece until we can't remember what life felt like before the screen. So the question is no longer whether these platforms are addictive. That much has been proven, again and again. The real question is how much of yourself you're willing to give away before you decide to break free.